What's the safest, fastest, and most comfortable way to carry your firearm? Some positions give you lightning-fast access, while others could actually put you at risk. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which concealed carry position might be the best fit for you, and why it matters more than you think. For centuries, carrying a weapon has always been about one thing: readiness. From cavalry soldiers holstering sidearms on horseback, to modern civilians choosing discreet options for self-defense, the question has remained the same. Where do you carry it so it works when you need it most? In today's breakdown, we're focusing on the waistband. Forget ankle holsters or shoulder rigs. Our mission is to compare the most popular waistband positions, looking at comfort, concealability, and speed of access. Here's what's coming up. We'll look at inside-the-waistband carry versus outside-the-waistband carry, then explore Appendix Carry, the controversial cross-draw position, and of course the tried-and-true strong side hip carry. By the time we're done, you'll have a clear understanding of the pros and cons of each, and some insider tips most people never consider. Inside the waistband, often called IWB, means your holster and firearm ride tucked into your pants, secured by your belt. Think of it like hiding your phone in your pocket instead of on a clip. Out of sight, harder to notice. Now, outside the waistband, or OWB, places the holster on the outside of your pants, attached directly to your belt. Imagine your phone in a hip holster. Easier to grab, but also easier for others to spot. Here's the crucial detail: concealment. IWB generally wins the stealth game. Your pants and your belt help break up the outline of the firearm, so it almost disappears beneath a cover garment. OWB, while often more comfortable, tends to print. That's when the shape of the gun shows through clothing. But here's where it gets interesting. With OWB, your draw can be faster and smoother, less fabric in the way. That's why many law enforcement officers prefer it on duty. However, for everyday concealed carry, blending in usually takes priority over raw speed. So the question is, would you rather trade a little comfort for concealment, or trade concealment for convenience? Now let's dive into the classic, strong side hip carry, also called the 4 o'clock position. Picture the face of a clock. If your belly button is 12, then 4 o'clock sits just behind your right hip for right-handed shooters. For left-handed carriers, it shifts to about the 8 o'clock position. This spot is a favorite because it feels natural. The pistol rides snugly behind your hip, your arm falls comfortably at your side, and with practice, your draw becomes almost instinctive. The concealment here is solid. Your torso naturally hides the grip when you stand or move. Add a jacket or an untucked shirt, and the firearm practically vanishes. But there's a catch. Reaching behind the hip takes more motion than drawing from the front. In a close quarters fight, that extra reach could be precious time lost. And if you're seated, say in a car, strong side hip carry can suddenly feel awkward. Still, many seasoned carriers love this position for one simple reason. It balances comfort, concealment, and familiarity. If you've ever worn a tool belt or carried something at your side, it just feels right. And here's a quick tip. Invest in a proper gun belt. Not just any belt from the department store, an actual concealed carry belt. It distributes weight evenly, keeps your holster from sagging, and makes even a heavier pistol feel secure. Now, let's move to one of the most debated and fastest growing carry styles: Appendix Carry. Appendix Carry places your firearm right up front, usually between the 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock position, depending on your body type. Imagine it as carrying your phone in your front pocket, easy to reach, always within sight. Why is this method so popular? Speed. With Appendix Carry, the draw stroke is incredibly efficient. You simply lift your cover garment, and your pistol is already in front of you. No twisting, no reaching behind your back, just a straight, clean motion. But here's where things get controversial. Many critics argue Appendix Carry points the muzzle at, well, at very sensitive areas of the body. That thought alone makes some people nervous. However, modern holsters are specifically designed to protect the trigger guard, and as long as you practice safe reholstering techniques, the risk is extremely low. Another concern? Comfort. If you've got a bit of extra weight around the midsection, sitting for long periods with a pistol pressing into your abdomen can feel uncomfortable. For others, though, appendix carry feels surprisingly natural, even when driving. So, is appendix carry for everyone? Not necessarily, but if you value speed, accessibility, and front-facing defense, it's worth serious consideration. In fact, many competitive shooters and tactical instructors have fully embraced it. Next up, let's look at a style with both passionate fans and vocal critics: cross-draw carry. In this position, the firearm sits on the opposite side of your dominant hand. For a right-handed carrier, that means around the 10 o'clock spot on your belt line. To draw, you reach across your body, hence the name. So why would anyone choose this? The answer is seated access. If you spend hours behind the wheel of a vehicle, cross-draw can be incredibly comfortable and practical. Unlike strong side hip carry, the grip doesn't dig into your seat or your hip bone. It's right there in front, easy to grab even with a seatbelt on. But here's the tactical downside.
The motion of reaching across your body is slower and more obvious to an attacker. And in a face-to-face confrontation, the grip of your pistol might actually point toward your opponent, giving them a chance to grab it. That said, cross-draw isn't obsolete. For individuals with mobility issues, shoulder injuries, or heavy driving routines, it can be the most practical solution. The key is to understand its strengths and its limitations. Remember this: there's no perfect carry position. Each comes with trade-offs, and it's up to you to weigh which fits your lifestyle best. By now, you've seen the main waistband carry positions, but let's put them head to head. Strong side hip. Comfortable, familiar, and well-balanced. Great for standing or walking, but less ideal in tight spaces or seated positions. Appendix carry. Fast, accessible, and discreet. Fantastic for defense from the front, but potentially less comfortable for larger body types. Cross draw. Excellent while driving, comfortable for long sitting periods, but tactically vulnerable in a face-to-face fight. Now here's the golden rule. Carrying a firearm is not about comfort. It's about confidence and readiness. As one seasoned instructor once said, a gun is supposed to be comforting, not comfortable. So instead of asking which carry is easiest, ask yourself, which carry position gives me the best chance to respond effectively when it matters most? And here's a tip many beginners overlook. Experiment. Buy more than one holster. Try different positions during your daily routine. And don't settle until you've found the balance between concealment, comfort, and control. Before we close, here's something that often gets overlooked. Gear is only half the equation. No matter where you carry, consistent training is what makes the difference. Drawing from appendix feels different than drawing from the hip. Cross-draw requires different mechanics than strong side. And under stress, your body reverts to what it's practiced. So whichever position you choose, commit to practicing with that setup. Dry fire at home, rehearse clearing your cover garment, and when safe and possible, test your draw on the range. The more you practice, the more natural it becomes, and the more effective you'll be if you ever truly need it. Let's recap what we've learned. Inside the waistband versus outside the waistband. Concealment versus convenience. Strong side hip carry, the balanced classic. Appendix carry, fast, front-facing, but not for everyone. Cross draw, comfortable while seated, yet tactically risky. At the end of the day, the best carry position is the one that you can use confidently, consistently, and safely. Remember, it's not about what looks good on paper. It's about what works in real life. If this breakdown helped you, make sure to subscribe for more expert insights into concealed carry and personal defense. Drop a comment below. What's your go-to carry position?
And if you want to keep learning, check out our next video, where we dive deeper into holster materials, leather, Kydex, hybrids, and reveal which one might actually save your life. Until then, stay safe, stay prepared, and remember, responsible carry is about more than a gun on your hip. It's about mindset, training, and readiness.